Thanks.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Radio Cayman, talk today. If you're ready to talk, we're willing to listen.
Well, I really enjoy this program today.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program.
May God bless every person.
Hey, good afternoon and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here on this edition of Talk Today. Get a chance to talk to you about Dream Chasers. Stay tuned for Talk Today.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today, the Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program. We ask our listeners to avoid statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use any indecent language or make any statement which is false or misleading. Email talktoday@candw.ky or call 1-800-534-8255. Courtesy of Flow.
Cayman's #1 network that connects you to your world like never before.
Let your voice be heard. Once again, here's your host, Sterling Dwayne Ebanks.
Hey, good afternoon and welcome back. Thank you for joining with us. And here's an opportunity to just not only truly celebrate, but if these young people will allow me to really marvel at the talent and the opportunity, the enthusiasm as we talk to you about Dream Chasers, tell you more about it. We'll welcome this one, Cassidy. We got DJ, Kalila, and we'll talk to Dijon at some point. we just might. But honestly, ladies, thank you so much. And as we talk about Dream Chasers and Miss Melissa as well, but maybe Cassie, start with you at the beginning.
Sure.
Tell us about Dream Chasers. We'll go around the table in orderly fashion.
So Dream Chasers Cayman is a new dance company. Started this year around before November. We're going to have our first season of show this June 30th and July 1st, Saturday, Sunday. Make sure you're there, see what we're all about. We do a lot of variations of dances. So we have contemporary, modern, we do a little hip-hop, dance hall. We're gonna start point, hopefully, soon. So, yeah, Militia Matfield started Dream Chasers Cayman. She's our dance teacher, also known as Engine Chief, she calls herself. And I'm dance captain, and Mr. J now can continue.
Okay, so the rest of us are just dancers. Obviously, that's an important role too. But a little bit off of what Cassidy said. We started a little bit last year after summer, and from there we've just kind of blossomed. It was a very small group, and then it just blossomed into something beautiful. Our very big first performance had to be around Pirates Week. Then we performed at Cayman Cookout. We performed at the Agriculture Show. We performed at the Commonwealth event the other day. So it's just been an ongoing journey, and our next big event is obviously this weekend that we hope you will attend. Saturday and Sunday.
Where is the event, the Saturday and Sunday?
So it's at the Harkwell Theater. On the Saturday, it starts at 7 o'clock. On the Sunday, it's at 5:30. So, yeah. All
right. Ms. Kalila.
Apparently
you're just a dancer.
Yeah, I'm just a dancer. I was one of the latecomers in the group, so I wasn't with the originals, but slowly but surely I became more a part of it, and I realized that it's not just a hobby, it's more of a passion. So we take it very seriously, and Dream Chasers really has been making like waves in the community, and that's really it was a real learning experience for me as I joined the company and stuff. So
Dijon, from your perspective, I mean, we have you relegated to that corner. Good afternoon to you, man.
Yes, sir. Dream Chasers Cayman, it's really been a good opportunity for me. I've danced before joining Dream Chasers, and it's been fun. And joining Dream Chasers really, it feels special. I've gotten to do a lot of things that I've never really seen myself doing. We've gone away to Jamaica.
Wearing tights? Wow.
Sorry?
Wearing tights? I mean,
yeah, leotard.
That one dance.
Sorry, they share your secrets, man. I mean,
Yeah, but, I've traveled with them, with a few of them to Jamaica. We've had to do contemporary. I'm usually maybe hip hop, dancehall type. I've tried other styles with the group, and it's been really fun and enjoyable for me.
you know, I listened to some of the different events that you've been at, and the one for Earth Day. It was sort of my first preview of you, and I was talking. It's incredible. You're in a setting that isn't sort of traditional, where you would see dance and all the activities around. But I noticed that day that everybody started to just gravitate towards it, and it was almost as if you had that Chinese whisper. Hey, look! And people kept listening. Just when you started, maybe 10 people. By the end, it was almost everybody just watching you. You pulled in the story, the narrative, the song. Cassie, good dance captain.
Thank you. Like Kalela said, we're making waves. Chasing our dreams. So
Has it been for each of you, and come on, that you wanted to be a dancer, you wanted to be a part of a dance company?
Yeah.
yes, like for me, I joined Dream Chasers after I did Carfesta over the summer with Miss Militia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I met her before, but that's where I officially kind of met her, got to know her.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me that she was going to start Dream Chasers Cayman. I was like, hello, I'm here. I want to be a part. Because dance has always been a passion for me. Like, I've done it since I was young, but never took it seriously.
Sorry, since you were young?
I'm 18. I'm an adult. I'm still young, but I'm still... Okay, since I was... I
know, I just tease you.
Yeah. When I was a little girl.
You're still a little girl.
Oh my God.
She's your friend. No, listen. And the reason why I mean, Miss McPhee isn't here, so I'm gonna have license. But I've watched her when she used to do after school or the program that used to occur after school. Maybe I should be careful in the wording that, right? And the passion, the enthusiasm of not just the young ladies, but there's always come back to you in a second, the young gents as well who were dancing and the different styles, and her professionalism, her passion, the personal way, just watching her as, like you call it, that engine, where she's there to motivate and to drive you. It is physically demanding as well, DJ.
Oh yeah.
So I've been told.
There has been a lot of cuts, bruises, pains, muscle contractions, muscle pulling. Some made it from other things. It just made it worse by dancing on it. Murray. But yeah, it's physically demanding, but at the end of the day, it always has a good result. So it's like, it doesn't even matter anymore.
Kalida, I gather that there's been not just the competitive aspect of it, but the camaraderie. You guys have built really lasting friendships. In a short time, you've bonded heavily. And not going to try to deliberately talk at the school, but you form some good friendships, build confidences, trust amongst the different routines, but each other as well. For you?
Well, yeah. To be honest, I knew most of them. Like, some I knew from school, and like Cassidy and DJ I knew from previous dance groups. So it was really, when I actually came, it was refreshing because I knew all the faces, and I didn't feel really new, but I still had to adjust. But it really is, it kind of brings people closer together because we dance like 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. And it's it's fun, and it's,
Dijon, if I can bring Dijon into the... You okay now? You recovered? You all right? Okay. I've seen the pictures. Just checking. From that perspective, talk about the competition, the camaraderie. Talk about the aspect of it being physically demanding. From you, the expectation of yourself and of your dance captain, of your, drivers, what is it like?
Well, it's not been easy, but I've enjoyed having to put the extra work in to get the result that was needed. So I've had times where I've been in pain, mostly from like out of dance, maybe from track and my other stuff that I do. And I come to dance and I just try to dance. After a while, I just feel better. Even though it doesn't ease the pain, but I just feel a sense of relief just dancing and relieving that. And in terms of friendship, when I first joined, I wasn't sure how that was going to go with them.
The jury's still out.
But I mean, it's been good. We've had fun times, and we're all friends now, so it's good.
So he says.
We're like family, honestly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, watching you guys and hearing from some of the people who perhaps observe you more closely, not only is there great promise and potential, the abilities that you have, but the practice, the rehearsals. Forgive me, when I look at, say, a football player, for instance, this is World Cup. There's an expectation that the player is going to show up and do what the coach says and then go beyond it. It's the same thing with what you guys do.
Yep.
And for those of us who may not appreciate, may not understand it because we've never been exposed to it, you guys make it look fun and graceful and elegant. But there's a lot of, physique, physical fitness, mental dexterity.
Yep.
Ms. Cassidy, you're a dance captain. You have to keep them motivated. You have to also set the example.
I do. I also have a lot on my plate because I teach as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the younger girls from ages 3 to 14, I teach. I help Miss Militia teach. So on top of that, I also dance with the senior group. And
yeah, she's superwoman.
Try to be.
Thank you for saying that, because that is the reason why I wanted to ask of this, is that I think too many times in the public domain we don't celebrate or we don't showcase, or if you don't mind me saying, or youth leadership, the ability, the level of responsibility, the acumen that you have, and we don't see the good, right, the greatness, and yet you're stepping out, right?
Yeah, because the first thing I've realized, I've also spoken to a lot of people among our group about this topic. We're all doing such great things, but as soon as someone does something wrong, it feels like the public is then watching us instead of watching the greatness that we've been doing the whole time. So I guess that's another thing Dream Chasers is trying to do. We want to open up the eyes of the public and say, we are youth that are doing great things and creating great waves, and we want Cayman to be behind us.
All right. When we come back from the break, can we talk about, layers of self?
Oh,
Yes.
You want to know what that is? Well, we kind of alluded to it, but let's tell you more. If Miss Susan would allow a phone call to come through, you can call her. If you bring in lunch, do so quickly. If you're talking about football and you tell us the scores, John, keep quiet. Don't say that. 949-837 1-800-534-8255. Please stay tuned for Talk Today.
Honey, our fridge has stopped working again. Everything in the freezer is melting. We need to get this repaired right away. I'm calling Brand Source Service.
When you need the very best appliance service, call Brand Source Service at 623-5000. Offering service and installation of all brands and models of appliances. Brand Source Service is Cayman's source for appliance parts and repairs, with qualified and experienced technicians and the island's largest stock of appliance parts. Brand Source Service will have your repair completed in a flash. So, whatever the problem is, call the experts at 623-5000. Brand Source Service, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park. Telephone 623-5000.
What do heroes really do? They show you how to tie a tie, change a tire, or how to grill that perfect steak. So do something for that hero in your life, your dad. Treat him to the sleek and stylish Samsung Galaxy J7 Neo from only $152 at any Flow store. When you activate a Flow postpaid mobile value plan with tons of data, minutes, and text, you get a chance to win the Big Green Egg Grill. Choose Flow Mobile. Coverage, value, speed on Cayman's fastest 4G LTE network, Flow. Visit a Flow store today or online at discoverflow.ky. Terms and conditions apply.
Wow, looks good. What is that?
Chicken chair.
What did you just say to me?
Chicken chair.
I am not a chicken.
Whoa! I said chicken share. It's from KFC. Bucket of 12 hot wings, 6 pieces of chicken, or 8 tenders. KFC chicken share. Just $12 each.
Oh.
Want some chicken, tenders, or hot wings?
You're sharing your chicken share with me?
The new chicken share from KFC, just $12 each, and it's finger-licking good. Dine at KFC Baytown Plaza, KFC Shedden Road, or KFC at the Strand.
When it comes to illegal guns in Cayman, you have two choices. Either face 7 to 10 years in prison, or turn in illegal guns in between the hours of 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. during the RCIPS firearms amnesty in the month of June. You can bring guns to the police station, confidentially give it to a pastor of your choosing, or anonymously send a tip about where a gun is through Crime Stoppers. Visit us at www.rcips.ky to learn more.
This message is brought to you by the Lions Club of Grand Cayman.
We are Radio Cayman, and this is how we wake you up in the morning. Praise time. Praise time on Radio Cayman.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I'm gonna walk them golden stairs, 'cause I know my Jesus answers all my prayers.
Praise time.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
Praise time.
There's nothing to go back to. Give me Jesus in the morning. For the God of the mountain is still God in the valley.
Shout with joy to God, all the earth sing glory to His name.
Praise time. Praise time.
Jesus in the morning, yeah.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
Talk today. But I do have some questions. Talk today.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk today.
Because there are more questions than answers.
What the public is saying.
Waiting to take your calls right now. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks.
Hey, good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. Thanks for joining us. And, if you accuse me of being a champion for our society, then so charged. Because I think we got some great people. Even Dijon. Today we're celebrating. After today, everybody will know your name. I'm going to make sure of that. No, thanks very much. And even though she's not here physically, I acknowledge her presence. Miss Melissa McFeel, because an incredible talent, professional, trained, a great motivator. And, she's so inspirational. In the studios, we talk about Dream Chasers, Cassidy, DJ, Kalila, and Dijon. Now, layers of self as the dance captain. Start with you. I do apologize, listeners. I know you have to split in, just so demanding, so busy schedule. Too much is given, right? Layers of self. Start us off.
Layers of Selves is our show, June 30th, July 1st. Okay. So, the first part is inspired by Annie, the musical. And that part will be danced by all the young dancers of the company. So, ages 3 to 14. And that part is basically, you have a dream, you want to follow it, but it's a hard knock life. And there's not really much you can do, but you still try to get through it. There's ups and downs, but still there, you have a dream, you want to keep onto it. The second part is the layers of selves. Very emotional, very deep, and you're going to see a lot of new things. Some things you might be surprised about, but there's a lot of meaning behind it. So basically that's when you're older in life, the layers of yourself. You're growing, you have a dream, you still want to follow it, but it's still a hard knock life.
Okay. Now, as we take over with the rest of them, just finally with you, from the audience perspective, mother, father, young child, young at heart, everybody can come and watch the production.
Of course.
All right. Ms. Dance Captain, thank you. Blessings to you. Continue to excel and inspire. All right. You'll allow us to talk to your troupe as you go.
Yes.
Ms. Cassidy, she's a dance captain for that reason. Have a wonderful rest of the week, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. DJ, if I may continue with you. Yes. Layers of self. There are some of us, and I certainly don't profess to be in it, and who will go to watch a production, whether it's in the theater, whether it's a local production from the school, and they attempt to tell a story. Some of us know the story because it's an adaptation from a book, some of it is just an original production. Mm-hmm. What is it from us in the audience that we need to do in order to enjoy what is on stage?
Open your mind.
Open your mind.
Do not be closed-minded
Yeah.
if you are in the audience. Be open-minded, please.
And
Like, that's-
mature.
yeah, well, not even like mature. It's just having an open mind, because you can interpret the show you want it to, but either way, it doesn't matter. Like Cassidy said, whatever age you are, you can come, because you will have an idea of what it means to you. It'll mean something to everyone. It might mean different things to different people, but it will mean something.
Okay. Out of respect to Khalida, Dejan, open-mindedness from the audience. What else?
Well, the main thing I would say, open-mindedness. It can be interpreted in a few different ways, and especially my piece that I'm doing is a male piece. It's a lot of different.
So they let you do a male piece?
Yes, sir.
Sneak peek.
But there's a male piece, and there's a lot of different types of movement. It's not like what you would usually see or expect from a group of boys performing, and you can interpret it in multiple different ways, but it's best to be open-minded.
All right. Khalida, if I could pick up on that, the idea of the movement. Now, I don't know. I don't know if it's open-mindedness. I'm not quite sure. People accuse me of that, but let's see. So I go to an art gallery just to look at it. Maybe it's a painting that a friend has, a sculpture. Maybe it's a particular production, whether it's on a hardcore, whether it's overseas. And you sit and you watch, and there's this thing. Maybe you're sufficiently interested enough to know, well, beforehand, what is it I'm going to see? But the movement on stage, that fluidity of the characters, the dancers, there's something about it. Just in that, and you can see who is getting along with who. It's a body language, and take us there through this particular one. What are we going to see? Are we going to see the interplay as the character goes through the different layers, as it were, and the stages and ages?
Yeah, like Miss Militia would always say, we as dancers always have to feel each other. So like we have some group pieces where there's one that where we literally feel like we have to feel each other in terms of movement and how we get in there. We have to feel the music and stuff like that. So it's like it's all dependent on like from what you're looking at, the different characters and chemistry you see on the stage, because we've been with each other so long, and I think you'll be able to see that. And yeah, it's just we as dancers have to feel the music, and we have to interact with each other and make the audience believe what we're trying to sell.
My children would tell you that everything I say seems to have the football analogy, but it's not. It's not unlike the football player. You got to know your team.
Yeah,
you got to know
chemistry is important.
Yeah,
chemistry, right? Know where your player is going to be even before the player gets there.
Yes,
just like you guys have to. You move in tandem, right? You not to give away too much, and I don't want to, but you talked about the audience may not necessarily, expect what they're going to see from a group of male dancers. We have this perception, on the stage. The gracefulness tend to be more for the ballet, as it were, right? Dejan, help me out here. When we watch you and the others on stage, what do we see?
Well, the type of style that we've taken up is we have contemporary movements. It's been a mix because there are the contemporary movements also along with dancehall movements also, but infused. And the songs, the movements aren't just for the song, so we aren't doing dancehall movements, dancehall music, contemporary movements to contemporary music. It's all infused. And
do you guys do any step? Is it called step? Step
meaning like
yeah, when they go.
You mean tap dance?
No, not tap.
But step like no music and step as in
and you see them in the clapping
feet and
yeah. Is it step? Is that what it's called?
No.
All right. I was somewhere way back when, long ago, and there was this thing I didn't know what it was, right? And yet the rhythm, the way that the character. So one was on one corner of the stage doing something, and then there was answer and call, sort of like. And apparently there's an African influencer. Well, I don't profess to know, but just watching that and no music, just the dancers, I would call the characters on stage, the actors, and you could see the story, you could hear it, but you could feel it. You could feel what was transpiring, almost as if it was another language. Is that dance?
Yeah, it's dance because we've done pieces in terms of with poetry, no music.
Yeah.
which is I like to that, which I know what you're talking about, and it really tells a story, and it also really shows the chemistry of the group, being able to work together, know music, knowing where the person is, knowing what's coming without listening for a beat or listening for any sort of cue. Yeah. It really.
And sometimes it's as if that, you know, one sound here, let's say in this case a clap, and then it's over there. It's almost as if it's just moving around the stage. Physical is somewhat of taking this thing and moving it around, and it's incredible. Then I'm watching how you move. In closing, if I may ask you, thank you so much for your afternoon and coming across. Remind us about the performance, the production on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so Dream Chasers Cayman will be having our first season of dance called Layers of Self, inspired by Annie as well as Jawara, a fashion designer. It's this weekend. It'll be Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 7 o'clock and Sunday 5:30.
So Saturday it's going to be at 7, and Sunday 5:30 at the Hartwell. Right. What would you want to say, Ms. Khalida, to those listening about coming out? Why should they come out?
I think it's relatable. Like as Cassidy said, it's like it is different. The kids are doing something, and I feel like you can relate to that as a kid. I mean, as an adult going back on your past or whatever. And then our second half, you can relate to that as being an adult, because you know you've shed so many skins and that you've grown as a person. And so I feel like people that come out can relate to it if they know what's going on. And I feel like it's something different, and different people interpret it different ways. So I feel like it's different. So I urge people to come out and see.
Well, I'm hoping that it not only will be a resounding success with a wonderful attendance, but it'll inspire more audience, the young and heart alike, to look at dance for all that it brings, not just as artistic expression, but the friendships, the competitiveness. And I think, as you shared, it's an amazing way for us to be inspired. Right, Dejan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks very, very much. Miss Militia is an incredible lady, and I think to see her service and sacrifice, you guys do her very proud. So, this Saturday and Sunday, the Hartwell. Get your tickets and be a part of it.
You can get your tickets at Cheekiest Boutique, or you can DM us in our social medias.
What are kids $15 and adults $25.
Right, yeah. So any child under 40 is
any child under 18 is $15.
You know what? That could be another story, because this is the time when, not like the airline ticket of the movie. It's not 12 and over to the child, right? 18 and under, right? Thank you all very much, Dejan. Thank you, Quilla, for coming along and being the chauffeur. I mean, the chaperone. I mean, the...
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a wonderful season of dance, and continue to enjoy and to shine.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it.
We're going to pause and take a break. We'll remind you more about it and how you get your tickets, and continue to support our youth. You guys are incredible. When you come back, more talk today.
Optical Outlook is so wicked.
They're brilliant. Tremendous.
So hot. They're awesome. Yo, them cool.
They're sweet.
Just ice, mate.
I love them like cooked food.
Head to Optical Outlook and find many designer brands for men and women. Sun safety and eye health care never look so good. They'll be able to help you find the best fit for your face and budget. Call 746-2020 and book your eye exam today. Come see the difference with Optical Outlook, and make sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Give me fire.
Cave Bar and Lounge in Northside. Your home for all the World Cup action. Open daily from 10 a.m. with $70 bucket specials during all World Cup games and daily happy hour specials. Feel the passion, feel the fire, free the mind, and enjoy the game at the Cave Bar and Lounge, located on Frankstown Road in the Old Nico Norte.
When I get home.